Broadcast. Bang! Want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Oh, baby! Wednesday, December the 14th, 2011, 4 p.m. Eastern. What a day. What a day. What a doggone day. And look at this. This is the S&P 500. We haven't even come in that much. We haven't broke through 1,200. The VIX was even barely up today. But you look at the S&P coming in, but you look at gold. Look at the move in gold. Obviously, we'll talk about the year in a second. I'm sorry. Wait. Gold just getting annihilated. Gold is going to be down on the year, in my opinion. That would be here. Certainly 1,500. Absolutely. And what's amazing is, commodity currencies really didn't even get whacked that hard. I mean, look, dollar Canada. Barely even up. It's up. It's going higher, though. Oh, baby. We might even break through this channel line tomorrow. Remember, we have a litany of data coming up tonight. A litany. A ton. A lot. I mean, Asia, big numbers. Europe, big numbers. U.S., big numbers. And then, of course, we have the whole European contagion. Oh, baby. I mean, there's so many numbers. I can't even talk about today's numbers. But HSBC manufacturing tonight in Asia, big. Oh, I'm going to talk dirty, baby, because we're going down. 47.7 was last month's number. China just cut rates. The Shanghai Composite making new multi-year lows. It ain't going to be good. Oh, no. Eurozone industrial production was weaker last night. London had better numbers. Unemployment rate, though, ticked up, down to 8.3. Again, though, that average hourly earnings was just terrible, in my opinion. My humble opinion. But again, tonight, just big data across the board. Japan, Tonkin, big number there. Let's take a look at crude. I'm going to try and do 5 things at once. Multitasker, baby. Look at that move. Ooh. Now, I've been scared to be short oil, but that certainly is a double top. I'm scared of Iran. I'd rather be short gold. And how about silver, by the way? Silver is unchanged on the year. Silver could go to $20. Man, that guy Sims is smart. He dumped so much silver up here. He was dumping it. Carlos Sims, one of the richest guys in the world. Supposed to be the richest man in the world coming up. Silver is now down in the year. I think we go to 25. 26. That's flash crash bottom, baby. Yeah, he's worth like $60 billion. He's supposedly going to be worth $100 billion in the next 5 years. So we take a look at this dollar index, and again, breaking out TTMA. That's to the moon, Alice. And again, if you're not following me on Facebook, I'm Voice of Forex all over the place. Oh, come on. Are you kidding? I tell you, these IntelliCharts have sucked big time lately. Let's see if I can get on another one. Nope. Fudge. All right. Well, lovely. It's always. Freaking IntelliCharts just blows. All right. What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Nothing's working. Well, I could show you the dollar Canada 5-minute chart. Take a look at that one. It's going up, baby. You look at this dollar Canada, this thing should be flying. Flying. Oh, there we go. What do you know? Dollar index. No reversal. No soup for you. Breaking out. And again, this dollar index, the fact that we're going for the year highs for sure. We've broken out through this channel line. I think we get up to the spike in January. And that's like, what, 81.20? Easy. But again, a ton of data coming out. Should be S&P negative. 9:30 p.m. Eastern is the flash manufacturing out of China. Inflation report out of Australia. And I got to tell you, I got a couple of blue horseshoe calls, people. I got some calls, in my opinion, they're going to be 2012 holy crap calls. I mean big. Should I spell it? B-I-G, big. Oh, baby. Let's take a look, pound Aussie. Because if you think like I do, the stock market's going to come in. Look at this daily chart. Look at this thing. This thing was triple par at one point. It's got taken in half. And last I checked, London is not accepting the sovereignty German takeover. London is still going to be independent. People are taking their money out of HSBC. They're taking their money out of European banks that are based have branches in the U.S. HSBC, Deutsche Bank. Well, they're taking them out. But you look at this chart. Look at this thing. This thing could easy 1,000 pips. And then if it takes this out, and again, in my opinion, this is the trade of 2012. And it might even start to make a run even into December. And like I said, we certainly have this channel line here. Pound Kiwi. You take a look at this thing. But again, trades for 2012. Aussie Kiwi. Look at this thing. Nice reversal today. Couldn't take out 133. Oh, baby. That's a reversal candle. Hell yeah. Look at this 10-year chart. Head and shoulders, but it's ascending. I don't like that, but still. In my opinion, Aussie should be the trade of 2012 because this stock market is going lower. The stock market is going lower. We're going to drill the first quarter. No one's bullish for 2012. I think the only chance we could have a year-end rally in 2012, if there's even a world to rally for, but there is, I think the end of 2012, definitely. You know what? There's going to be a lot of pain. A lot of pain. A lot of pain. And I think that's going to mean risk off, and that's the high yielders. And this thing is going to come in. Look at this chart. Risk off. And this theme, there's toppy. Look at this thing. Can't rally. So long as we don't take out this 106, it's a sell-on strength. I think this baby comes in. I think we're heading down to here. Obviously, we have a channel line support for tomorrow. So I think we could certainly maybe bounce off that. But we take this out, this channel line, say goodnight. Now, this is like 97.50, 97.60. I don't know if Oz is going to go that low, but certainly 80. Certainly in this 81 level. And certainly a fib. But there are some currencies out there that are extremely overvalued, in my opinion. Damn it. Let me just, what I do here. Get rid of this. So you look at the fib. The golden retracement is right by support. It should be easy. And you take a look at this New Zealand also. Do your fib. We're down to 65. Now, the only problem is if Aussie Kiwi does come in like I think, this New Zealand will put up a fight. Now let's take a look at the euro. Again, we got big numbers coming out tonight. We got flash manufacturing PMI out of France, Eurozone, Germany. Big CPI tonight, all in one night. Crazy. Unemployment change. Draghi is even speaking, the head of the ECB. Holy gamoly. And of course, we got the Swiss. Oh, here we go again. Lovely. And then, of course, we got the Swiss. And we take a look at this hourly chart on the euro. Toast. Now, we certainly could have a bounce. They might make a run for 130. This channel line gets down to 129. I think 129, 128.50 certainly should be a spot where we could reverse. But there's talk that the Germans basically they're going to wait for a they're going to wait for a default, which is incredible. But I think these lows here, what is that? That's 129-ish, 128, 60, 70. I think we should hold this level right here. That was the January lows. And then we could have a nice bounce. Remember, nothing goes down in a straight line. Back and fill, baby. And again, the fib, we're through it. And one of the things I've always said, as one goes, the domino effect, they all go. So if the euro is taking out the golden retracement, they're all going to take it out. All of them. So we look at dollar Canada. Where was the top here? Well, that's already taken out. But we did the Aussie and the Kiwi. They haven't taken them out yet. These have been the outperformers. Sterling. Fib. It's going to take it out. If the euro did, cable's going to do it. Say a little 153. Now, sterling, because euro sterling is collapsing, and again, that's another one of my trades for 2012. I think this thing is one of the most overvalued currencies out there. It's a bloody joke. This thing should be in free fall. This thing, when I show you, take a look at the monthly for 30 years. Well, there is none, actually. So let's do weekly for 10. Look at this. A bloody joke. This thing needs to come into 80 easy. This thing, in my opinion, when I started in the business, this is where this thing was traded for years. I think we come down easy to 75, if not down to this level right here, the spike up. It has no business trading here, in my opinion. It is a trade for 2012. Abso-freaking-lutely. And again, it's breaking this whole channel line. Right at it. So again, with euro sterling coming in, the euro should be the relative strength loser. And again, I think the SNB tonight, remember we got the Swiss National Bank, Jordan going to be speaking. And I think that, I don't think listen, people are panicking out of euros, deposits. The Swiss is allowing you. They're cheapening their currency. They're allowing you to go in there. They're going to have to stop. There's going to be too much capital flows. They're piling into Switzerland. They've been piling into Switzerland. They're going to continue. Does it look good? Yes. Euro Swiss. Is it scary? Absolutely. I don't think, and it's breaking this whole downtrend channel line. You know what? Jimmy Rogers is usually always right eventually. And he's long the Swiss. And I concur. And we might get a spike up. And that's it then. 130 certainly looks attainable. But that should be it. But I still think that it is irresponsible for the Swiss National Bank to be intervening like this when the euro could be gone. Do you know how much money the Swiss National Bank would lose if the euro got dissolved? Holy gamoly. Dalian. Again, we got the Japanese Tonkin tonight. This thing just trading with the dollar, but really going nowhere. The yens all look terrible. Euro yen's going to break par. Euro yen, in my opinion, could break par. Say hello to my little friend. New multi-lows. Look at this. 10-year low, more. This thing's going to a free fall. And again, we break through here. We could be talking in the 90s. Can you imagine Euro-yen trading in the 90s? Wow. Euro Canada, another one, has no right trading here. None. It's working. You know, it's lower today. Hopefully you sold the strength. This baby is busted. BUSTED. Ready for a freaking free fall. Certainly going to hit my level here. It's about 133.75. And again, this dollar Canada looks great. Oh, wait, I'm on the weeklies. Damn it. U.S., huge numbers, big. Hello. PPI, unemployment claims, current account, empire manufacturing, foreign flows of capital, capacity utilization, industrial production, Philly Fed. Dogs and cats living together. Holy crap. A lot of data. And I think at the end of the day, you're going to get foreign flows of capital. Huge. I'm like 100 billion. It's going to be a blowout number. Foreign flows of capital. At least it should be. Back to this euro. This thing is a sell. A sell, a sell, a sell. You knew we were going to break 130. Not hammering. I think we get more weakness. But again, we get down to that 128.75 level. Break through 129. I think you cover on that. I think we're getting a little bit oversold. I think the euro's due for a bounce. You know, so I think you want to be a little on the cautious side. But, you know, a lot of these trades, again, look at this pound Kiwi. Look at this thing. Another one. 10-year chart. I mean, come on. This thing is due for a monster bounce. And again, this one, it's amazing. They bring it back from the brink. We go right back down. This thing goes to 220. 220. Hello. Again, this looks a lot different than the Aussie, doesn't it? Look at this nice, gorgeous uptrend channel, too. Can you believe it pulled back 1,000 pips on the stupid intervention by the Fed? It's crazy. And you measure the move, we get to 220. Easy. I'm telling you, I love these trades for the year. And the pound, listen, they've got a lot of asset purchases they still can do. They're doing austerity programs. They're doing the right thing. I like London. And you know what? One investor came out and he said, money manager said something very important. At least with London, you know what the deal is. You know what the deal is. With these other countries, you don't know what's going on. You don't have clarity. Yes, it's not great in London, but at least you know what is up. Right? But again, this Swiss, dollar Swiss, take a look. Breaking out. Over 95. Dead wrong on that one. Again, I just think, and again, the Swiss franc, it's going to be next year's trade. This move is not over in the Swiss. No way. But again, there's another one that was 170. I mean, look, it came in 1,000 pips. So certainly do. And, you know, you could be talking 110. But I think we're getting up to big resistance here. You see that low right here. I don't think Jordan's going to deliver. I think they sell the Swiss franc ahead of Jordan, and he doesn't deliver. He says he's happy where things are. No need to up his targets. So that's it. All right, everyone. Again, a litany of data. Look for my twits. Look for China to start the ball rolling. Well, inflation in Australia number, that should start the ball rolling. But then 9:30, watch those futures because we're going to come in if that number's bad. And I cannot imagine that number being good. And I think that, and then one after the other. PMI numbers out of France, Germany, Eurozone, terrible. Retail sales out of London, terrible. But then the U.S. has decent numbers. Oh, baby, Andrew Spanton, Global Markets Radio, the only voice you'll ever need. who truly loves. Info at Global FX LLC, people. When are you going to try my service? Oh, baby, the only voice you'll ever need printing money. Who truly loves to make you money. Have a good night.